Recording.
Audio test, audio test, audio test, audio test.
You got some pistachios.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Alright, I'm good there.
Donuts don't keep you full for very long.
Unless you have 4 of them.
Which I did not. Oh God, this chair.
That was nice.
Hi, he's a boy. Audio test, audio test, audio test.
Or maybe a little, I don't know.
I'm going to see the podcast.
Wait.
No, they don't know.
Audio test yourself.
Oh, hello. Audio
You got
test.
out of there.
You're looking good.
The bastard.
I'll move it a little closer to you.
Hello, hello, hello.
Bastard cat.
That's good.
Put you back in our box.
And if we change it to split view, like
No,
it's doing-
cat.
Whoa.
Audio test, audio test, audio test,
Nice.
audio test. Audio test, audio test. Audio test, audio test. Audio test, audio test.
Did you get it?
Audio. Sounds
Is it
pretty
gonna
good.
be too loud if I chew these pistachios?
Let's do an audio test.
Wait, those were already mashed up.
Hi, Marina.
I can catch every one of them.
What?
I catch every one of
Do you
them,
wanna say
so you
hi?
gotta lean back when you eat it.
Okay. I won't eat them.
Oh shit.
It's Alex.
Hi.
They say hi. Brandon said Heil for some reason.
What are you about World War II?
She's reading a book about your people, Brandon.
That's not my people, and I didn't say Heil.
The Nazis.
Hi, Lou.
He just said it again, and then he said Lou at the end.
I read 150 pages.
Heil, Lou.
Damn.
Here he comes. Sneak out. There you go. Okay.
Trying to decide if I should bring my papers to read.
Nah.
How come sometimes I can only hear through one ear?
Make sure both of them are plugged in
I'll do them for you.
at the
You
bottom.
can grade my papers.
I can grade Harlan's.
I don't have Harlan.
Who's you have?
Great writing.
Just keeps like
I can
going
grade
back.
Andrews.
Andrew's actually a pretty good writer.
That's fine.
He used to be dumb.
Beats has like
Well,
one
he is
treble and
still
one
dumb,
soul
but
one
he's a
usually,
decent
or
writer.
one
His story's
soul,
about
one treble and
Harlan.
one bass one. So sometimes they.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Ears
Alrighty.
Alright. I'm out.
Love you.
Love you. I'm gonna go hang with them.
Is the baby going?
I don't know. Probably. She's gonna be home alone.
Lou.
That's a good spot for her.
Have fun.
Love you. We
I
might be.
should have just been a part of the podcast.
You should have. That's okay.
It's alright.
You'll be on for 50 Shades Grayer or whatever.
Yeah.
50
Great.
Shades Darker.
50 Shades Grayer.
I love you.
50 Shades Grayest.
Alex says she loves you guys.
Love you.
Love y'all.
Lou says he loves you.
I don't care about him.
She doesn't care about Lou.
Brandon said Heil.
Louis is the only one who responded.
Brandon Heiled again.
I'm fucking hot.
Love you, bye.
Love you.
How we starting in this bitch? How we
That's a
starting this
question.
bitch?
I don't know.
I-
Do I have to decide because I'm the guest?
No. Yeah. No. I thought about it just being me, and I just sing Kip's song at the end.
What's Kip's song at the wedding?
Yeah. Why do you love me?
You can if you want to.
That's just an idea, though. But I need to pull up those lyrics if so.
We could pretend like it's a big war, and me and Marina are messengers for Napoleon. And
Oh,
you're like, what is it? And we're like, Napoleon, dynamite. Because that
that's pretty
spells
good.
doom for our war.
It could either be that or you're trying to deliver it to Napoleon Bonaparte, but you accidentally deliver it to Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay.
You get sunspots in your ears.
Either one's pretty good. I like those more than me singing.
Marina could just pretend to be Napoleon Dynamite, and we could just be characters and riff.
Well, no, I think you and I should definitely be messengers in the French Revolution.
Okay, who's going to be Napoleon Dynamite then?
Marina is.
Do you have a good impression, Marina?
No.
All you have to say when you come up for the messengers is
I don't know what to freaking do.
Yeah, Napoleon Bonaparte, we've got something for you. And you're like, you're such an idiot. Napoleon Dynamite. And that would be it.
I'm too
I can't wait a
embarrassed.
freaking war. God.
Yeah, okay, you be a messenger with Lukas. I'll be Napoleon.
No, I like Lucas's Napoleon. He's
We'll be
good.
messengers?
Yeah.
Okay. You're Napoleon Dynamite.
What do I have to say?
We're just messengers delivering a letter to Napoleon Bonaparte.
You just vamp.
We're just gonna vamp. Improv.
Throw whatever
Lucas,
you got out there.
I bought tickets for me, Marina, and Seth to a live showing of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They don't have Colin
That's
Mockery or
fucking
Wayne
sick.
Brady, though.
They have the short fat guy.
Drew Carey?
No, the other one.
Short fat guy. Greg
Is the
Probst?
black guy on it?
Wayne Brady? No. They've got Ryan Stiles, they've got Greg Probst, and then they've got, I can't remember Bob's
Drew
last
Carey.
name. No, Drew Carey. He hasn't been on in forever.
Is he like
But
the host?
He was, and then it changed to Aisha Taylor, so I don't know if she's coming either, but
That's really cool. I didn't know they did that. That's a cool experience.
yeah, I saw it and I bought tickets right away. But
That's fucking dope as shit. My middle school girls, I went and watched them yesterday because they were playing in travel ball tournament in Missoula, and they won by like 50. It was crazy. They're so
with
good.
with the point god.
Yeah, Mary. She has like 3 or 4 amazing passes, and afterwards she came and gave me a hug, and I was like, that's adorable. And then
Nice.
Val, who might be the best 6th grader in the entire state, every time she guards people, she's hulking on them, and she must have had 13 steals in this little game because she would just mob these girls and mug them, and they'd be on the floor crying, and
She would mug them. She would take all their money.
If they had any, yeah.
She would.
She hulks around. It's crazy.
Nice. All right, I think we've got an intro. You just got to vamp with me.
Let's do a little vocal exercise. Ready?
Okay.
We'll all just say a word, but we're gonna say it in a different way. So I'll say, "What's up?"
What's up? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. And then you could do that. What's up?
Nice. We did it.
Good little vocal warm up. That's gonna be
Alright.
on YouTube now. I'm super warm now after that vocal warm up.
We're gonna do yours again.
What's up?
Like a goblin who's never seen light before.
I hate this game.
It was so funny. All right. Oh, Lukas fucking died.
Lukey.
Really, Lou.
Caesar's probably peeing somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Classic.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, Marina, remember 5-second pauses at the beginning, after our little intro with the vamping, after Cat's Facts, right before quarters. We'll do 5 seconds. I'll give it to you. Don't high-five me. Oh, and we're having Robert on again.
For Icarus?
Ishtar.
What did I say?
Icarus.
What's that?
The man who flew too close to the sun.
Too close to the sun. All right.
Kind of like Ishtar.
I don't know. I've never seen Ishtar. All right, you ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Play. Oh, are you sure you got the right address?
Yes, let's go this way.
You Italian?
I don't know.
Alright, we're looking for Napoleon Bonaparte, right?
Yes.
We?
We.
Alright. Well, this is the address.
Keep get the freaking door.
Why does he sound like he's from Idaho?
God, I'll get it.
Napoleon?
Yeah.
We bring you a letter of war.
What?
War!
Let me read this.
There's dynamite.
It's the wrong friggin' Napoleon.
I thought you checked the address.
That's what it
I can't
said.
lead a friggin' war. I got the dance.
Well, you're stuck with us. We need some dynamite.
You guys at least pick Trisha up for me?
Yes.
Go get your nunchucks.
We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
We're
Acrobats. Oh shit, we both said that. That's weird. How you doing, Lucas?
I'm doing okay on a Sunday.
Nice. Nice rhyming.
Thanks.
It's good timing.
Ooh.
Your turn.
You heard a guest voice.
You heard a guest voice. And it's not Seth. Seth's gone. He left us. He had some freaking
getting
catering. Freaking catering.
He's got a freaking catering. He's getting married, right?
No, he's catering a wedding. I
He's
wish you
not
were getting
in the
married.
wedding?
His own wedding.
He's catering his own wedding.
That's what he made it sound like.
Yeah. He's not the best communicator. But whatever. We got a guest here.
Still, congratulations. We do have a guest. Congratulations to us.
We've
Best guest.
There you go. Good rhyming. We've been planning on this. It was supposed to be at the end of January, but then her grandpa came to town, so then we couldn't. Then we had to push it past February for all the rom-coms. So now we're doing it here in this. Well, we were gonna do the first week of March, but then Lucas is like, I don't think we should have this one butting up against When Harry Met Sally, so we swapped it for the Great Wall. And so now we're finally here doing Napoleon Dynamite from 2004 with my wife, Marina.
My wife.
Woo!
My wife.
Here I am.
There she is.
His wife.
I did send Seth the Skype link. So, I don't know if he's just going to click on it at some point while he's catering and just
That'd be sick.
hop on his phone. We'll see. I sent it just just so you don't feel left out, buddy. But, yeah. I got
Maybe
some
we'll
questions.
see the vows.
Oh, maybe. I've got some questions for you guys.
Hit it.
Do you like Napoleon Bonaparte?
I kind of do. I think he's a very interesting historical leader.
Don't
Man
know a
of many
single thing about
comebacks.
him.
He led France into Russia on foot.
They
Sounds great.
banished him twice, and he came
Yeah.
back.
He was
stronger than
short.
ever.
He was a short guy,
Oh,
like 5'4".
that Napoleon?
That Napoleon. That was what our intro was about. Was that Napoleon?
Oh,
My other question is, do you like TNT, like explosives?
Typically, no. Usually anti-weapons of war.
Okay.
but what if it's not for a weapon of war? Like, what if you just want to blow something up?
Or like fireworks?
I love
We can just
fire.
talk about it.
It's not as fun.
It's more diplomatic.
Did you hear Christopher Nolan used an actual like nuclear bomb in his newest movie coming out?
Mm-hmm.
As one of the stunts? That's crazy. Well, if you answered yes to liking Napoleon Bonaparte or explosives and TNT, you've come to the right place. This is the good, the bad, and the movies.
Movies.
Yep. And this week, it's me, Brandon. We got Lukas Lawrence over there,
Hey,
joined by Marina, and we watched Napoleon Dynamite
Clank.
from 2004. Marina picked this. Why did you pick it?
I just really like it. It's such a funny movie.
It's out there.
Such a
I'll
funny
give it
movie
that.
indeed.
And before we get into it, we're not drinking beers. It's Marina's on, so we're drinking Trulies. It's a classic Marina drink. But I'm drinking for 2 today without Seth here. But then I'm also drinking for 3 today. So I'm gonna drink 9 Trulies, guys.
I got
I have
coffee
I have a Dr. Pepper.
and a dog.
And we've got a
And
dog.
I have a Louis.
And a secret.
I do have a secret.
I'm drinking for 3 today. Because we
Mhm.
got baby Snedigar coming.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
I didn't know if you wanted me to prompt that because I wasn't sure if you were trying to keep that a secret or not.
No, I was trying to have you prompt that. But it's okay.
Oh,
We got here anyway.
I was touching away from that.
It's not going to be a secret for too much longer, so.
Yeah, we're going to make a post about it soon.
Before the week is up?
Like today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they'll know before the podcast. Any diehard fans of the podcast that also follow us on social media will already know. But if there's anybody that doesn't follow me or Marina on social media and only knows us through the podcast,
There's
it will
several.
probably, yeah. Well, Kelly doesn't have any social media, so she won't find out until next week. So I know that. But yeah, so I'm drinking 9. I'm actually only probably
Congrats.
going to drink 3, but that's what we got. I've got a watermelon, a mango, and a strawberry lined up.
Mmm. The best one is
Snail
strawberry.
Snedigar.
Snail
Nice.
Snedigar.
Snedigar, yeah, baby Snedigar.
That's his name.
Did Alex tell you the gender?
She did.
Okay. I was
Don't
like,
tell
I
everybody
didn't.
else.
I didn't, but then Marina told Alex, so I figured you knew. She knows.
Oh, I know. It's very
She
cool.
knows, she knows, she knows.
That's not how that J. Cole song goes. Well, it'll be on our social media. It's gonna be a girl, guys.
Yeah.
There we go. I didn't know if you were prompting me again.
No, I wasn't prompting you that time. So good job.
We need to rehearse these things.
We probably should have discussed it beforehand, but let's get into the movie.
On a less dour note.
Yeah. Director today for Napoleon Dynamite is Jared Hess. Does that ring a bell?
Ding! It's a bell ringing.
It rung your bell.
Did.
I hope it
That's
would ring a bell for Alex. Does it ring a bell for you, Jared Hess? I give a big hint in there.
For Alex?
Yep.
Is it from the movie she was on?
Uh-huh.
Nacho Libre?
Yes.
It is the director of Nacho Libre.
So Jared Hess has done a couple things. He's done Peluca, Masterminds, Gentlemen Broncos, Don Verdine, 2 episodes of The Last Man on Earth, 3 episodes of Murder Among the Mormons, and Nacho Libre.
Murder Among the Mormons sounds like a show I would really like.
I think
Because
it's
of her
interesting
hate for the Mormons.
Because, yes, he is a Nacho Libre director. I also believe he is Mormon himself. He went to
He
BYU.
is. Yep.
Yeah. His wife is named Jerusha.
Yep.
You couldn't think of a more Mormon name than that.
Yeah.
And that leads us perfectly. You nailed it into good. I was cueing you. That leads us into our writers.
Oh, good.
For Jared and Jerusha Hess are the combination. Jared's done Peluca, Gentlemen's Broncos, Don Verdine, and Nacho Libre. And then Jerusha's done all the same, but she hadn't done Peluca, but she has done one called Austin Land. Austin,
I think about Jane
Austen.
Austen.
Correct. Nice. Lucas is on it today.
Did you say Mastermind for Jared Hess as well? I might have missed that.
Masterminds.
Masterminds.
Plural.
Yeah, and that was like the last thing he did. Apparently, he is currently in production to direct the Minecraft movie, the adaptation of Minecraft starring Jason Momoa, which is such a far cry from his humble beginnings at Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah.
I heard that the new Aquaman movie that's coming
It's
out.
the worst shit ever.
it's like one of the worst movies ever. Like people are saying this is the worst DC movie ever, and
Oh.
DC has normally put out some pretty dog shit stuff.
I think people are finally coming around to my take on superhero movies. I was just 10 years too early.
I do think that, yeah, you're right. Because, like, I mean, people loved, like, all the Avengers cinematic universe, but now that they're doing the expanded stuff and not sticking to all, like, the main people, they're like, you know, do I
They're all
really need to
shitty.
see, do I really
saw
need to
more.
see Ant-Man versus the Wasp and the Quantumanium? Do I need to see Morbius? Do I need to see Black Adam? Do I need to see Shazam 2?
Wait,
Fuck them
what
all.
is Lucas's take on superheroes?
Fuck them.
Oh,
Fuck them. They suck. They're all stupid. They're all the same movie.
yeah.
Any time spent watching any other movies, a better
Which
time.
he now
Yeah.
says Star Wars has fallen under there as well.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Fast and the Furious, I'm sure you think the same.
Yeah, they're probably better than the fucking Marvel movies, honestly.
The Transformers.
The Transformers.
Transformers, yeah.
What about? There was one more I was gonna say. Now I don't remember. What about like the Harry Potters?
I wasn't a big Harry Potter guy, but at least
Me either.
they were pretty quality. They had some talented directors. Alfonso Cuarón directed one of the Harry Potters.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well,
Azkaban.
damn. Well, there's our director and writer, and a cast for you today includes John Heater, the big name in here, who was not a big name at the time.
I was gonna ask if this was like his first movie.
Uh-huh.
I think he
It
did a
sure
short
was.
film with Jared Hess before, too.
You're
But yeah, his first feature.
taken right from my history. Lucas is on it today.
I love Napoleon Dynamite. I know a lot about it. Yeah.
John Heater, you got Efron Ramirez, you got John Grease, Aaron Ruel, Diedrich Bader, Tina Majorino, Sandy Martin, Haley Duff, sister of Hilary Duff, and Chandrella Avery.
As LaFonda, I'm guessing.
You guessed correct. You are on it. How did you know that?
I am. Seemed like out of place in this cast.
The
Interesting
name
that
of
a Duff sister was
Chandrella.
in this.
Yep. Marina doesn't like to believe it, but
I still don't think it's true.
Summer Wheatley.
Summer
Yeah.
Wheatley, sister of Lizzie McGuire.
No.
Sort of a Jamie and Brittany thing.
Yep. And then a plot for you if you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite. It's just kind of all over the place, but the main storyline is a listless and alienated teenager decides to help his new friend win the class presidency in their small western high school while he must deal with his bizarre family life back home.
Yeah. I was
never-
surprised. Oh, go ahead, Marina.
I was just saying I've never heard like the description before.
It's kind of hard to put a plot to it.
Yeah.
I would say that maybe it is the main event. They don't get to the presidency until about halfway through the movie. That question, even.
Yeah, it's not surreal. It's not surreal, but
It isn't. It's sort of like I think it's a satire of '80s movies. Is what I ultimately landed on.
Yeah.
But it's also sort of a slice of life of like small town rural America, especially these Idaho and Montana type communities.
It's a coming of age movie.
And combined with the satire, element of that.
All the storylines are just somewhat tangential to each other, as well as the humor. It just kind of feeds off of one thing into the next.
Yeah, I was surprised at this viewing how well it was constructed plot wise, actually, though, to get from one thing to the next thing, which surprised me in a movie like this.
I'm going to say right now, I love the film editing of this. The cuts, like the timing and the comedic aspect of it were amazing.
Yeah,
but
it was. Yeah, the script is like whatever, but the characters give it so much too.
Yeah, and then I have a history for you guys, and I've got a decent amount. Let's see what I got. I've got 3 paragraphs. Napoleon Dynamite is a 2004 American comedy film based on a short film that Jared Hess made in 2002 with John Heater titled Palooka. They were film students at BYU together and collaborated on a class project, resulting in this 9-minute short movie on black and white 16mm film about a nerdy high school student named... Bless you. Again?
Nope.
About a nerdy high school student named Seth. Almost everything from the short made it into the feature film.
You did give up a Seth vibe a little bit. Tall
Sorry,
glasses,
Seth.
terrible
Sorry,
with
Seth.
women.
But fuck you, Seth.
It really was a big Seth vibe.
His name's Seth. Almost everything from the short made it into the feature film. In 2007, a video game based off the movie was released for the Nintendo DS
Oh my
and
god.
PSP, the PlayStation Portable consoles. And then an animated series was also released in 2012 with the actors reprising their roles, but Fox canceled the show after only 6 episodes.
Yeah, I knew of that. I was maybe going to check it out once upon a time when it came out, but I never got around to it. Apparently
Yeah.
I
nobody
didn't
else
even know
did.
that. Yeah.
I did see commercials for it and whatnot, but yeah. And then I've got 2 little history controversy things.
Okay.
The first one is that upon the film's release, it was noted that the name Napoleon Dynamite had originally been used by musician Elvis Costello, most visibly on his 1986 album Blood and Chocolate. Jared Hess claims that Napoleon Dynamite was the name of a man he met around 2000 on the streets of Cicero, Illinois, while doing missionary work for the Church of the Latter-day Saints. But Costello believes that Hess got the name from him, whether directly or indirectly. He didn't press charges or anything, but he was very angry about it.
He's angry about that?
Yeah, that they used the name and they didn't give him credit.
It does seem like they got it from Costello somewhat. There's not a whole lot of Napoleon Dynamites running around.
Yeah, it's a very specific name.
I do say that Jared Hess has like at least a decent alibi. He's like, I was doing missionary work, going door to door. It was Cicero, Illinois, like all this.
Yeah, but that
like,
guy probably got his name from Elvis then.
Oh, yeah, that's probably true. So in a roundabout way, he did, but maybe he didn't, like what you said, indirectly.
It's perfect anyways.
And then the other thing I've got for you guys is that on August 30th of 2011, Napoleon Pictures filed a lawsuit against Fox Searchlight for $10 million for underreporting royalties and taking improper revenue deductions. In its term sheet, Fox agreed to pay 31.66% of net profits on all home video. The lawsuit said that a 2008 audit revealed that Fox was only paying net royalties on home videos at a 9.66% rate. And there were underreported royalties and improper deductions, along with several other breaches of agreement. In May of 2012, Fox went to trial after failing to win the summary judgment on the case. And in November of 28th of 2012, November 28th of 2012, a 74-page decision sided with Fox on 9 of the 11 issues, but Napoleon Pictures was awarded $150,000 based on Fox accounting irregularities.
Love a good legal battle.
That's because your mom's a lawyer.
Probably. And I think it makes sense though, because I knew that this was a giant behemoth of a success after it came out, especially on home video and like the cable television market and all that, etc. So it makes sense that someone was unhappy with how it got split up.
Was it a successful movie like right away, or did it gain like a weird cult following later?
Well, you're going to find that out right about now.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
I think I have my answer, but yeah.
I have my answer before I did the research, but so it's budget time. Can you guess the dime, Marina? What do you think this budget is?
I know that it's really low. Like,
Okay.
I just already knew that. But that still really means nothing to me. I'm just gonna guess like 15,000. I don't know.
Okay.
Is that absurd?
I think I'm gonna get it spot on. I know this movie pretty well. I think it's $400,000 is my guess.
It's $400,000.
Let's go.
So my guess was really bad.
No, it was still pretty
that's
good.
pretty good.
You're within $1 million of it.
Good.
I even
So-
think there's something like it originally cost $50,000 of production, and then they had an extra $350,000 provided to them by MTV or something like that.
That is also correct. That's not in my facts. I was going to bring that up now. You're on it, Lucas. Jesus.
Well, it is one of my all-time favorites. Spoiler alert.
So one of the things.
So good.
It's
so
such
one
a
of the-
good movie.
It was like 50,000 or 100,000, and then they got extra money and funding towards the end. So then they made that after credit scene, which cost almost the amount that it cost to make the whole movie itself.
I think, yeah, or more, I think.
Yeah. So, little tidbit. All right, Lucas, you're dialed in. We're going to make you go first on all these.
I
Opening
don't know the
weekend.
rest of these. I don't know
Okay.
the rest of
What was
these. I
Seth making
think,
you go first?
and I think this has got to be low. I'm going to say $30,000.
Okay.
What was its budget?
400.
I feel like this movie was not popular right away, and it had like a weird following later. So I'll just guess like 50,000.
50 and 38. The winner
I
is
think Marina
Marina.
won.
It's
Yeah.
117,000,
We're close. That's
Dang.
pretty good
Which-
guesses, though.
which is a terrible opening weekend. Absolute dog shit, but
Made a
And
quarter of its
then-
budget back.
almost. And then US and Canada, what do you think it made, Lucas?
It's tough. I think it's like $150 million, my guess.
Okay.
Is it like total?
This
or
is
like
in-
just the opening weekend?
This is in US and Canada total. Classic Seth question.
Wait, what did Lucas just guess?
150 million.
I don't know, 7 million?
Big gaps. Our winner today is Marina.
Oh,
No!
yeah.
It's $44.5 million.
Shit. Really?
I'm sure, like, because this is just theaters and whatnot. Home video is outrageous, but
I think that's where it's at. And on cable. Yeah.
and then last but not least is worldwide, Lucas.
This is so unnecessary, Louis.
60 million?
60.
Wait, what was US and Canada?
44.5.
Sorry. Okay, I'm just gonna guess 50.
Our winner today is Marina.
Yeah.
It's 46.1. Almost made nothing.
That's kind of what I thought. I was like, it probably didn't make that much outside of here.
Didn't have a huge Japanese and Chinese following.
No.
About small town Idaho? I should have.
Yeah,
known.
probably not. But that is budget. So 400,000 making worldwide 46.1 million. That's a big win. That's a huge profit return.
100 times or something.
It is 100 times. You are spot on
Or
today,
something.
Lucas. Jesus. Jesus. And yeah, so now it's Marina's favorite time when she's a guest. It's tagline time.
Yeah.
There's 3 of them here.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna drop the dog. Sorry, where am I?
Taglines.
He's out to prove he's got nothing to prove.
I like it.
Weird.
I like it.
Weird.
It's gonna be a dynamite summer.
Oh,
I like it.
weird.
But, well, I guess did the movie come out in the summer?
I'm guessing
it
so.
didn't take place in the summer because they were in school.
True.
I think it was the former, yeah.
Okay. Okay, the last one. Same planet, different flippin' world.
What?
I
Weird
don't like that one.
taglines.
I like he's out to prove he's got nothing to prove.
That makes it sound like a Jonah Hill type comedy. He's not out to prove anything. He's living his life. Who's Napoleon out to prove?
I don't know. He's so nonchalant about everything. He can just do whatever he wants.
I think we can do better.
But like, he's not proving anything. He's just the movie itself is showing he's got nothing to prove, I think.
I don't like it.
It's too Hollywood.
Well, yeah, let's make up our own.
A potato pastiche.
For Idaho.
What is pastiche?
Sort of like a respectful homage.
To Idaho.
Your dog is leaving.
Bye, Lou.
He left me with some gifts.
What about like now this movie doesn't have a Napoleon complex.
Bad.
Get out.
About Get Out of My Town.
The unlikely friendship
Ooh.
of a lifetime.
Between Napoleon and Tina.
The llama?
Yeah.
I don't think that was the
Yeah,
main
it is
friendship.
unlikely. They had an alliance. They're both outsiders. Black sheep, if you will.
And Napoleon and Tina? Black llama, black sheep. It's pretty darn close. I don't want to do something with Dynamite since they already did something with Dynamite, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to do because you almost want to do like an 80s ski movie pastiche of your own. He's wicked out of control. And then he's just sort of dancing.
What's the Swedish ski movie called?
Force majeure.
Force Majeure. I was gonna try and come up with something off that.
Napoleon the American version.
Yeah, it's bad. I was just gonna say like Napoleon Dynamite is one force majeure to mess with.
That's good. I think that's the best we've got all day.
Relating it to a movie that it has nothing to do with.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is invoking force majeure for sure. Majeure for sure. Yeah, I guess that's it.
I really have nothing, so.
Ooh, it's gonna be a Dynamite Summer is actually pretty good because Napoleon Dynamite and Summer Wheatley. Ooh.
Ooh, that's what they meant.
I don't think it was what they meant, but little double entendre action. Whatever. Taglines are done. I like
Fuck
he's
'em.
out to prove he's got nothing to prove. Fuck him. It's fact time. Idaho facts.
Dynamite facts.
Dynamite facts.
Talon facts.
Talon facts. Cow got in a tuna onion patch facts.
Ooh, it could be milk facts.
Could be milk. Could be egg facts.
FF facts.
Vote for facts.
Vote for facts.
Vote for facts. I like vote for facts.
Facts for Pedro? No, vote for facts.
Facts for Pedro.
Which one do we
Vote
like
for
more?
Facts.
Vote for facts? Okay.
You're welcome.
That's a good one. We're going to go vote for facts and now. Facts. Vote for facts number 1 was that John Heder was paid $1,000 to play the role of Napoleon Dynamite.
Pretty crazy. Out of the $400,000, he only got one of it. Do you think he got points?
Caesar, you gotta get out from under here because you keep bumping the microphone. Do you think what?
You got any like back end points? Like you get 0.5% of the gross or something?
I don't know. I don't know if they were expecting to really make much money off this, so probably not.
Poor guy. Role of a lifetime.
But with his friend that he made the short film being the director of it, he probably hooked him up later down the road.
Yeah, with the Book of Mormon.
Yeah. But yeah, $1,000 really puts into perspective for a lead role when Julia Roberts was getting paid $283,000 a word in Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Next, this film was shot in 22 days.
That's quick.
That's a super fast filming.
That's 4 weeks and 2 days by work weeks.
I guess that's true, yeah. I was
You
like,
don't work on Saturdays and Sundays, especially if you're Mormon, Brandon.
You can work on Saturdays if you're Mormon.
They don't like to.
I remember when I was hiring people at the Billings Cold Stone after like everybody quit, and during my interviews, I had to ask them. I was like, "Can you work Sundays?" Because I had already hired so many people that happened to be Mormon that they couldn't work Sundays. I was like, "If you can't work Sundays, I can't hire you." It was.
Yeah, that's what they do.
That's their thing.
That's they do
Chick-fil-A. Next. This movie featured one of the longest credited cast lists in movie history. All 181 student extras' names are listed in the credits.
That's pretty cool, too.
every student in that auditorium after the dance.
Oh. I was wondering what you meant by student extras. The students in the school.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what
Every
the town
single-
is called?
Yeah.
Prescott?
Preston.
No,
Preston?
Preston? Yeah, I think
Yeah, I
Preston.
think it's Preston.
Preston, Idaho. Yep.
Really seems like a community picture. Yeah.
Oh, I'll get to that. You're nailing it.
I mean, it's kind of cool, like, if you're just, like, randomly in a movie for 2 seconds and forever, you can be like, my name is listed on Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably most exciting thing that ever happened to this town.
Yeah.
My name is listed on treatment.
No, it's not as good of an award.
I was a cinematographer and an actor in it, and a writer. It's pretty good.
I've seen that movie. It's not as good as you want it to be.
It's better than Warehouse 25C.
True.
We should make a movie, Lukas, with Seth and Devin.
Yeah. Experimental. Surreal.
It could be about like a sexually confused teenager.
Yeah.
I think I've already got a
Sexually
script.
confused.
He's very. I think I've already got a script down. I think we're good there. I think Devin needs to play
He's
the
like driving
sexually
in the
confused
rain.
teenager. Yeah, pounding on the steering wheel. Yeah, it'll be great. Next, John Heater drew all of the drawings in the movie except the unicorn.
Who drew that?
I don't know.
Interesting.
He drew all
So
those.
he drew the one that he
Method
gave
acting.
to
He drew Trisha.
Trish.
Yeah.
He drew the Ligers. He drew.
Sorry.
Bless
He's a
you.
good method actor.
Yeah, right? I was laughing so much. Listen to When Harry Met Sally when we were saying, when Devin and Seth were saying that Meg Ryan was a method actor and had a real orgasm.
She's really coming in the restaurant. Yeah.
Yeah. Next one is that every dish shown during the opening credits is eaten by a character later in the movie. The dishes presented in the opening credits were the work of 3 people who presented them. So
all-time great intro credits.
Yeah.
I fucking wish Devin and Seth were on here right now so we could discuss it with them, because that is my very first note, is one of my favorite intro credits of all time.
It's very
It's
iconic. Like,
all-timer.
the second you see it, you know what movie it is.
The second I hear that song,
Yeah,
I
that
can
too.
tell that we are gonna be friends. I'm like, oh, Napoleon Dynamite for
Yeah.
sure.
Let's go.
Next, Tina Majorino had a real-life threatening peanut allergy. This is Deb. When Deb is eating the peanut butter and jelly sandwich at lunch, it's actually just a jelly spread sandwich.
It's like when I just eat a peanut butter sandwich.
Because you're allergic to jelly?
No, I just don't like it.
She doesn't like it.
That's crazy.
At
We
home.
should eat more peanut butter and jelly. Peanut butter and jelly rocks.
Have fun with that.
Why?
I don't like
She doesn't
jelly.
like jelly.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I have an off-topic question, actually. Was this movie, like, improv'd a lot, or was it, like, all of their weird...
I didn't find anything with improv. I think it's fairly scripted.
I think so
Okay.
too.
I was just curious.
I need to show you Hot Rod so you can see what real improv in a movie. That movie's like 90% improv.
Yeah, those are just comedians. These are, I
They're
think,
just doing their shit.
yeah, are just like high school students.
Lukas, are you we live together, but are you a smooth or a crunchy peanut butter kind of person?
Crunchy all time.
Yeah.
Smoother.
Oh, boo.
I love crunchy though. Yeah.
I mean, I like smooth too, but what kind of jelly you like?
Strawberry
Oh, fuck yeah.
or
You're
grape
on it today.
or raspberry
Yeah. Hell yeah.
or blueberry
You could just keep naming fruits and that would be our whole podcast.
or peach. I like peach.
Welcome to
jam,
the Fruit
jelly.
Podcast.
Our apricot made with real apes.
No. Boysenberry.
Wildberry. Ooh, boysenberry. Huckleberry.
Banana.
No. Oh, fuck that.
Banana jelly. That's good.
Banana jelly is probably going to be the worst, black licorice jelly.
That's gross.
Well, how about our next fact here? This is our fruit podcast.
Welcome to the jelly
We're
show.
missing our biggest fruit, Seth.
Aww.
He's a jackfruit. A Seth fruit. Next one. Aaron Ruel, who played Kip, had braces put on his teeth for this role. 2 orthodontists are actually thanked in the credits for their work.
It was needed. Adult braces is never not lame.
Especially when they say that he's 32.
Kip's like 32 years old.
Those
Like
are my
when you fast forward in the movie to when he meets LaFonda and she takes off his glasses and he smiles and you just see the braces. I think it's funny because as he transforms, he becomes so gangster in it, but I think it's supposed to like kind of as he smiles be like an ode to a grill, like as foreshadowing, but it's just fucking
Maybe.
braces.
Kind of. Yeah, it sets it up anyways.
Yeah. Next one. Rico's girlfriend, who rides up to him on her bicycle at the end of the film, is Aaron Ruel Kip's wife in real life.
Tammy? No way.
If you already knew that fact, why did you say,
Because I
is
made
that his ex-wife? I never have known.
because I made this script at the end of January
Oh.
or mid-January, so I don't
Oh,
remember
yeah.
anything I put in here.
Yeah.
Long time ago. That's cool. She was pretty hot.
Good for you, Kip, Aaron Ruel. Next, this movie was edited in producer Jeremy Coon's apartment using a $6,000 Macintosh with Final Cut Pro editing software.
Pretty good. I know it's not industry standard, but you can do a lot of damage on one of those things.
Yeah, it looked good. It was like we said, the film editing's great in this.
Shows you what can be done with a story,
Next,
with a movie.
for the movie. Next one is that for Napoleon's dance routine, director Jared Hess had John Heder improvise and dance to 3 different songs. Hess then took the best moves from each song and put them in one routine using one song. John Heder credited Tina Majorino with helping to choreograph the dancing, and he also states that some of the dance moves were borrowed from Michael Jackson, the Backstreet Boys, John Travolta, and Soul Train. The dance scene was actually the last scene scheduled, but film ran out while shooting it. The sequence was edited together from less than 10 minutes of his dancing.
Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Another nod to that editing.
Cheerio.
That's not
Jeremy Coon.
French. That's British.
I wonder if he went on to be a good editor. I'll check. You read the next fact.
Okay. My penultimate fact here is that a Napoleon Dynamite festival was held every year from 2004 to 2008 in Preston, Idaho, the city where the movie was filmed. The festival had contests that included a tater tot eating contest, football throwing contest, lookalikes, and other types of competitions based on scenes from the movie.
I wish this was going on now because I would definitely make us go.
Oh, that would be awesome. I would fucking destroy the tater tot eating contest.
That is sick and shows the value of the little community. That could. It reminded me a lot of Mission, honestly. Minus a bunch of Native Americans.
Fair. You could
It's a
go
lot
as
whiter
Deb.
in this movie.
You could go as Deb, and I would not go as Pedro, the Mexican in the movie. I'd probably go as Kip.
Yeah.
Or Rex Kwando.
I would not go as Rex Kwando.
That's funny.
I would go as Starlight Knight.
Starla?
Starlight Knight.
Who's that?
Rex Kwando's wife.
Her
I'm
name's
ashamed that I
Starla.
go. Didn't he say that don't you think I'm ashamed that I go home to Starlight Night?
Starla at night.
At night. Do you think I'm a failure because I go home to Starla at night?
I always heard Starlight Tonight.
That is a dumb name.
And I thought she was like some bodybuilder, like professional. That was like her name was
Like a
Starlight.
drag queen?
Oh.
Yeah, kind of thing. But
No.
Starla. There we go. I will go as Starla.
Yeah.
Learn something every watch.
And then my last one is nominations. Let me pull them up. What'd you find on Jeremy Coon?
He didn't do much after this.
Ah, damn.
That's a shame.
Yeah, I thought he had a future.
All right, let's look at awards. Critics' Choice Award nominee for Best Popular Movie.
Nice.
The Independent Film Spirit Awards, Best First
Nice.
Feature, I should say. Best Supporting Male for John Grease. The Golden Schmoes Awards, Most Overrated Movie of the Year
Get out of
nominated.
here, Schmo. Fuck
Nominated for Best Comedy of the Year. Nominated for
that?
Biggest Surprise of the Year. And nominated for Breakthrough Performance of the Year for John Heater. It was the winner of the Best Comedy Trailer at the Golden Trailer Awards.
I hate the Golden Trailer Awards.
It
We
was
don't need 'em.
nominated for a Grammy for Best Soundtrack for a Motion Picture.
Deserved.
It was
Hard
an amazing
deserved.
soundtrack.
Yep. At
Um,
every moment.
MTV Movie Awards. It won Best Film.
It was an MTV movie, so I bet they juiced the goose a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah.
Won Best Award for Breakthrough Male. Won Best Musical Performance for The Dance.
Yeah.
That
They might have
deserves wins.
just had the award ceremony just for this movie.
Right? Sundance Film Festival
Here we
was
go.
nominated for Dramatic Grand Jury Prize.
Hell
That
yeah.
was it. Teen Choice. Holy shit. There's like 8,000 Teen Choice. This is the last one here, I guess. Winners for Choice Movie Comedy. Winner for Choice Movie Hissy Fit for John Heater. Winner for Choice Movie Breakout Performance Female for Haley Duff. Which was not that good, but winner for Choice Movie Dance Scene for The Dance. And then nominees for Best Actor, John Heater. Haley Duff won, but not John Heater? What the fuck?
Those teens.
Yeah, it's the Teen Choice Awards. Hilary Duff was probably super popular.
You're right. Nominated for Choice Movie Love Scene, the dance between Napoleon and Deb at the dance. Choice Movie Blush Scene, when Uncle Rico tells Napoleon's crush he wets the bed. What a weird nominee.
Just his crush's mom.
Yeah. Nominated for Choice Movie Sleazebag for Uncle Rico. Nominated for Choice Movie Liar for John Heater. Choice Movie Breakthrough Performance. Choice Movie Rumble from the quick fight scene from Uncle Rico and Napoleon when he throws an orange at him. Nominated
I
for
was nominated for everything there.
Choice Movie Chemistry for him and Pedro. And Choice Movie Rockstar Moment for the song at the wedding for Kip.
I think the teens just love this movie.
I think the teens just ate this shit up.
They did. It was
They
very
did!
ironic to vote for it for everything. You know?
For Best Fight? Like,
Exactly.
what was the other? A blush moment. He tells her that he wets the bed. That's so stupid. That is
Teens
a
are
stupid
stupid.
award, but it got its fair share of wins. A lot of noms, and with that, let's get into the movie.
Movie. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
Let's all do a vocal warm up where we say movie in a different kind of voice. That was Lucas's Marina.
Movie.
Nice.
Mine is gonna be movie.
Ooh, spicy.
And now we're warm. We're warm for the movie. Lucas, Marina and I both have been sending so many Lyle Crocodile TikToks to Seth.
That's unfortunate. I was listening to a podcast today where I respect them both very much. They put Javier Bardem's performance in their Best Supporting Actor of the Year for Lyle Crocodile. Their top 5 performances of the year. So.
And how does
I
that make you
understand
feel?
Seth's pain. Being bombarded by Lyle content. I hate it.
Lyle's going crazy on TikTok right now. And it's just for that scene when he's a baby crocodile and Javier Bardem brings him back to his apartment and he's singing, but he won't sing with him. So then he puts the little scarf around him to keep him warm, and Shawn Mendes' Lyle just goes, la 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 la. And so that little sound clip is used over and over on TikTok now.
This is the dumbest shit. I hate Lyle.
You're lucky you don't have TikTok, because I would be sending you all of those.
Euthanize him.
Well, it's a little aggressive.
He's an alligator.
He's a crocodile.
Whatever he is. Get him out of here. Of this earth.
Oh, I also sent Seth one where
And
it's
Mendes.
just Lyle when he gets thrown in the cage with all the other real crocodiles at the reptile center, and the one real crocodile like farts really loud, and he just like waves his nose.
Oh, so dumb.
Farts are funny.
Dignity. No.
All right, let's get into this movie. What is Nicole Kidman up to, Marina?
Probably fighting off crocodile.
Oh shit.
She's not farting. Was there any fart jokes in Napoleon Dynamite?
No.
Surprisingly, no.
No,
So
because it's a good movie.
So Nicole Kidman is in Idaho fighting crocodiles?
Yeah.
Damn.
Part of the FBI.
Fighting the FBI and crocodiles. She might be the next.
She is the FBI.
Oh, and she's the next Steve Irwin.
Like Taliban or something.
Crocodiles are Taliban, and she is a member of the FBI fighting them in Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right, Marina?
Yeah.
How did all these crocodiles get in Idaho?
They came for Rico's Tupperware.
They flew.
They came for the Tupperware. They heard about this nylon polymer brands, and they were like, shit, we need to buy it. But then they start terrorizing the town of Preston, Idaho. Nicole Kidman's like, I'm on the fucking case.
Her and Napoleon. And the other boys.
Her Napoleon Bonaparte.
Chickens.
God, what a job. All right. So, movie, like I said, this is one of my favorite intro credits of all time. It's just directors, writers, cast names all written on food in like mayonnaise or in ketchup or things like that. And then they've done some creative like marketing things where they've taken like lemon heads and done like the producer's name on the lemon head box or on a chapstick thing.
Or it probably costs like $1 to do and like an hour's worth of work. It's really good. It really shows the attention to detail that this whole movie has.
Do you think Devin and Seth would have liked these?
I think probably, yeah. They'd probably say they're visually interesting.
More so than When Harry Met Sally because there's visuals, but I still don't think they would have loved it that much. But it ties into all the food and the thing.
They're done with that. I at one point I said we don't need intro credits like when the movie is happening and starting, and then Seth hooked onto that as we never need them ever.
Yeah.
When
if the movie's
stuff like
going,
this is just such a creative flex. Just like get it out of here.
And we've talked about these before, like intro credits that are amazing. Like I always said, like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is one of my favorites. The movie is not started yet. They're doing the credits. You're establishing the comic book style of animation. I love Scott Pilgrim versus the Worlds. I love
School of Rock had a good one.
School of Rock had a great one. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoos is intense. Things like that. There are some good ones. But yeah, they just don't get it.
Well, they're dumb.
They're stupid.
I think that Seth would have liked it, but I think that Devin would have purposely not liked it because he disagrees with everything you guys say on purpose.
Yeah, I think Devin wouldn't have liked the movie very much.
Oh, I don't know if you've seen before. Marina,
I don't think he would like it. He said there's not enough action. It's dumb. We're laughing at idiots, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, but then he also hated Point Break because he said it was just mindless action. I can never pinpoint Devin.
Well, now
he just says the opposite of whatever you guys say.
He also rates movies lower by full points now just because he's into short movies now, which I don't get that turn. He said short movies have made it harder to watch real movies, so they get 7s instead of 9s.
Marina said she was upset that Seth wasn't on today.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you know Lukas, but me and Seth have an ongoing feud. Our whole friendship is just that we hate each other.
Mm-hmm. I'm aware.
But
he is aware.
You're aware. I would just like to tell the people listening it's quote unquote hate each other. We don't actually hate each other. I like Seth very much.
Do that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Lukas this whole time was like, yeah, Marina fucking hates that guy. I don't know why Marina keeps bringing him around.
But I'm sad he's not here because I think we actually would have really gotten along involving this movie. Like, I feel like we would have the exact same opinion on everything.
I could see that for sure. I missed Seth's commentary too. A couple times I'd be like, oh, I wonder what Seth's going to say about this, but alas.
But then Marina chimes in.
Even better.
Oh,
Thanks.
shit. Although it's weird to have Marina on right before we get into this movie without her being just super drunk and screaming into the
That is
microphone.
true. Yeah.
This is a weird change.
Yeah, I don't talk nearly as much when I'm sober.
That's okay.
Still one of my favorite. If you haven't listened to some of the old podcasts, if you got any new listeners, go back to the Hottie and the Naughty, where Lukas and I watched the movie. Marina and Alex joined spontaneously without watching the movie, and it's towards the end of the film when the main guy realizes that he's not supposed to be with Paris Hilton and he's supposed to be with Christine Lakin, and he goes into the room while Paris Hilton's in the laundry, and he opens the drawer to find candles, and inside was the Valentine that he gave her as a kid. But it was like Lukas was like, guess what's in the drawer? And Maria's like, super drunk. I don't know, fucking avocado. We're like, oh no. That would be
That
weird.
was a twist.
And they're like, think like earlier in the film, and they're like, earlier, like, yeah, what did he give? And then both Marina and Alex, I get goosebumps every time I listen to the episode, but they go, it's a Valentine.
They probably inflated that movie's score just off their genuine reaction.
Probably.
We gave it pretty good scores, I think.
We did, yeah. We did.
We did.
Now
Like
it's
a
like
6.
to have a good time.
And then also you guys all just calling me gay boy the whole time, which Marina thought was the funniest thing.
That joke hits every time.
Where's your ideal date too, Brandon? Lukas, I don't know, probably like a gay bar. All of you guys.
That's true. We did.
But let's get into this movie. So after these intro credits, you get like this funky 80s synth score behind things. And
Yeah, but like nerdy synth. Not
it's
cool
pretty
synth.
nerdy, yeah. And Napoleon boards a bus for his stay at school. And Marina asked a good question that I put in my notes. Why is he the only big kid on this bus?
It looked like there was elementary kids and him, a high schooler.
It is. Well, and that they do that at Mission too. Everyone has to ride the same bus because it's not a very big bus system.
But
And
he was the only one.
That's because he's not cool. All the cool kids either have their parents go or their mom, or they drive themselves or their friends or the bike, but he has none of that.
Yeah, I guess
So
that's
he's forced to
true.
ride the bus like a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't inner city Anchorage where we all grew up with thousands of buses, honey. It's not a big city like you grew up in.
Okay.
This is small town Idaho.
And all the kids, yeah, they have to ride the bus.
Big
because they're
city
little
girl
kids.
over here.
As you grew up, you have more options, but Napoleon doesn't have those options because he's a dorky outcast. It's so perfect. And
It
then,
is
of
pretty
course,
good.
because he's with all the rest of the kids, and he's a big kid himself, essentially, he gets his super wrestler figure out, tosses out the window.
Tied with some floss.
Yeah. My mom said that this is a thing that my Uncle Jeff did, her brother, all the time growing up on the buses. It's a very real thing.
My
Throw the
dad
action
used to
figure
tell
out.
me that he did this too. Yeah.
What? This is a real thing?
And they would my dad would pull it back in, and they would see whose was the most beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
They
tosses
pretend to
out the
fly.
window, tied to some floss as it bounces around behind the bus. He's just grooving the whole time, and then
Very
he's
true 1980s thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's in the classroom. His teacher calls him up for his current event to present to the class about.
That's one of my quotes.
Take it, yeah. It's about Lake Loch Ness or something. I got rid of it. I had the whole thing from IMDb. But as he closes his book to go present, you get the title card of Napoleon Dynamite written on his desk, and I was like, "That's fucking good. That's good."
Good title card. I didn't.
That's a
His name never came out. His last name never came up.
no.
Oh, Mr. Dynamite. Was that
It's
probably
always
not
just
even their
Napoleon.
real last names? I don't know.
I don't know. That's the only time you'd know, but it was amazing. And he gives his current event about Loch Ness. He's very interested. You also find he's
He clearly made it up too. That's the funny part about his current event. He's just like, oh shit, I don't have a real current event, so I'm gonna make up something about Loch Ness monster. What a dork.
and the scientists and the wizards protecting the waters.
And they give us a clue right away. He's not like the good dork that does their homework and stuff. He's a stupid dork.
Yeah, he's the outcast
not
dork, not the nerd. Yeah, he's not Minkus.
He's not a geek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
he's just a dork.
after this, it immediately cuts to him playing tetherball. Like, these cuts are fast. This movie's all over the place. If you don't watch it, might be hard to follow, but he's
Got
being
good
picked.
visual language.
Yeah, and now he's being picked on in the locker room by the cool kids. Dawn. I fucking love Dawn.
Don's so typical jock.
Marina says her dad loves Dawn too.
Yeah, he's my dad's favorite character.
He's so funny.
Don is funny.
Every
He's
time
always scoffing.
every time I used to watch this movie with my dad, and he would like if Don was on the screen, I'd like look over, and my dad's just doing the exact same thing as Don, and then laughing at himself.
That's
He
so
plays
cool.
a perfect douchebag.
Yeah,
but-
you know he's like all conference linebacker,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a linebacker. He's a little tall and lanky.
wide
He might be a
receiver.
wide receiver, maybe a safety. He's pretty muscular.
Yeah, he's typical king of the high school.
He's a power forward on the basketball team for sure.
And he gets the girl because he's with Summer, it seems.
He's with Summer, and yeah, he gets picked on by them as he talks about his Summer shooting Wolverines or something with a
Just more
shotgun.
lies, yeah.
And then he gets beat up by a bully. Like, super quick things. So after he gets beat up, he goes to the nurse to call home to have his grandma come get him. But it's Kip that picks up the phone. His brother, his 14-year-old brother. Well, not 14, 32-year-old brother. 14-year older brother.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
He picks
also
up the phone.
dorky man child.
Yeah.
But he's both nerdy and outcast. Kip fits both of those.
Yeah, he's like a smaller Napoleon, but a little more grown up.
And a little nerdier.
Yeah, I think that's what Napoleon would turn into, though. You give him 14 years in the internet.
He stops drawing pictures and starts chat rooming instead.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Well, he calls home. Kit picks up. He says he's not coming to pick him up. Grandma's not home, and so he has to stay at school.
Their family dynamic is pretty interesting too. Like the plot line suggested, where there's no mention of the parents or anything at all the whole movie.
Marina said that too.
Yeah. I looked up this thing on the internet just to see if there was like a story or anything, and I found the most outlandish like theory about it.
What is it?
It was just that his parents were both like killed when Napoleon was like 1 or 2 years old, so he doesn't even know them, and then like the grandma and the aunt or whatever just like whoever's available like takes care of them in this house.
I mean, that doesn't seem that unlikely.
No, they
That's
never
not
mention the
realistic.
parents 1 second.
No, and that also reminds me of Mission as well, a little bit, unfortunately, perhaps, because there's so many kids that I teach and coach that they don't have parents at all. They're being taken care of by their grandmother, or their aunt, or their older brother, or something like that. So I think sometimes that's just how it goes. It would be.
Fuck, you and Alex call the one kid your adopted kid already.
He is our adopted kid.
And you're just teachers of him. Like, that's hard to say, but like,
yeah,
it is a reality some places.
He's the best kid.
Well, after he doesn't get to go home, he then meets Pedro, a new student at the school, who Napoleon shows around because the principal's fed up with him already.
Doesn't know any English. Yeah, these two form a quick relationship because they're on the outside, and also because they both look like they're like 28 in this school, which is funny too, because the rest of them are actual high school kids, and then it's not like the thing in Hollywood where they're 25-year-old hot people playing
No,
kids, because that's a different
it's
thing.
just John Heater.
It's just John Heater and Pedro, who
And
are older than high school students, but that's part of the film.
I will give it this. Deb does look the age. She can play a high schooler well.
Yeah, and she's more straight-laced for sure.
But he meets Pedro. They're now friends. And my note here's, as he's explaining the school to him, but there's a lot of gangs at the school wanting to recruit Napoleon.
It's just him posturing to be cool. Yeah.
This Idaho school has a ton of gangs. Yeah, he's just trying to find a friend, and they end up talking about driving and whatnot and bikes. Pedro mentioned he has a bike, and he does the sickest bike trick of all time.
Yeah, he goes off a ramp.
Tiny ass ramp.
crashes his nuts into it because it breaks when he goes over it.
There are several like nut hit things in here, but no farts. No farts.
No farts. A couple nut hits. This was pretty good. They did like some good zoom ins and zoom outs right here with the ramp that were very reminiscent of Wes Anderson. Which I can get to my larger point that this is the only good Wes Anderson movie ever. Even if he didn't direct this movie. This is kind of his style, where he likes to have everything in the center. He likes to do zooms in, zooms out, quirky characters, like a minority in there.
All the shots weren't parallel or perpendicular to them.
A lot of them were, but
a lot of them were, but not all.
No, and I think it's just this is what Wes Anderson was always aspiring to do, was make a movie with heart.
You say Grand Budapest is probably his best?
I think Moonrise Kingdom's my favorite, but that's probably the best, yeah.
I think Moonrise Kingdom's my favorite. Grand Budapest is the best. I do like Fantastic Mr. Fox too, but
I don't like that one.
My friend, while we're on this topic, surprisingly, my friend Nate, you remember Nate from pharmacy school? He always used to come to our
intramural
basketball games.
Good basketball player.
No, but he wanted to be our coach and whatnot.
I love Nate.
He sent me a Facebook message last night, and he went to the book exchange in Missoula and got like a manga comic of Isle of Dogs.
Interesting. I did not like Isle of Dogs at all.
I haven't seen it, but he was like, I haven't seen the movie. I just thought this was super dope. Had to pick it up. He was like, I thought you'd appreciate this. I was like, actually, I haven't seen this film, but I would have snatched it if I were there too. And he's like, I'm just a big Wes Anderson fan. He's like, you should do it on the podcast. I was like, ooh, nope, can't do that. Lukas will not.
One day,
Marina hates him too.
Yeah, no.
Good call.
Hard
and
pass.
She doesn't like Tim Burton like me. I think you and me have the same visual taste, or at least visual distaste.
Yeah.
Because those two revolt us.
I was going to say probably not visual taste, because you're into some really weird movies too, like all these Korean film. Korea makes such good films, but
they make they just have such good aesthetic movies. I think Marina probably like the look of those too. But I think one day we're going to do a Wes Anderson one on here, just so everyone can hear my disdain. We can fully dissect it. Maybe
and a Tim
Life
Burton?
Aquatic. He sucks. That'll be a tougher ask even. I don't know.
Tim Burton?
I hate him. I don't even
so
like
much
his stuff. Yeah.
No.
I would like to do Fantastic Mr. Fox on here. That would be interesting.
Be divisive. I think it
would be
shit movie.
Whoa, no, we can't get into that now. Anyway, after this bike trick, Grandma, he's Napoleon's back home. Their grandma's leaving for the night, and they're low on steak. What the fuck are they supposed to eat? Like, do they only eat steak?
Yeah, they're ranchers.
She's like, we're running low on steak. Lyle's coming over. Don't worry. But like, she's leaving for the night, and
it's a farm community. They eat what they grow.
Yeah, and Napoleon gets in a confrontation with Kip, slaps the shit out of him after a cage fighter.
Yeah, Kip's training to be a cage fighter.
That's amazing. And he slaps the shit out of him as he goes to answer the phone. He's upset with Kip, who's been internet chatting all day with this girl. But he goes to answer the door, and Deb, a girl from his high school, is there at the front door, trying to sell some trinkets, glamour shots at her studio to earn money for college, when she gets harassed at the front porch and ditches all of her supplies on his porch.
Yeah, well, she's flustered too that it's like a kid from her school.
Yeah.
So she starts like kind of stammering, and then Napoleon doesn't get flustered. He's just like, "What the hell's this?" She runs away in fear.
I'm gonna say one of my quotes now because I already got my hair cut at the cut and corral. Like, you want to look like this? That's a girl.
That was one of my quotes too. You want to look like this? He goes, "This is a girl."
Well, Deb's glamour shots by Deb are 50% off. I already got my hair cut at the cut and corral.
Do you think he's on the spectrum, or is he just really socially underdeveloped?
I think socially underdeveloped.
I kind of think that too.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just seems like a dweeb. He doesn't necessarily seem autistic to me, but I had that question going through here.
It's a fair question.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's flustered. She leaves, and while she leaves, there's a Rex Kwon Do dojo commercial that Kip's watching.
In the commercial, I don't know if you have this as a quote too, but he's like, you need the strength of a grizzly,
A
the
grizzly.
reactions of a puma, and the wisdom of
The
a man.
wisdom of a man. Yeah, that
And
was
in-
one of mine.
And in the why he says wisdom of a man, it's just him as a lady in a headlock, just choking her.
The strength of a
essence
grizzly
wisdom
was
of a
just him
man.
being kicked. The strength of a grizzly was him just being kicked in the balls and him not flinching.
In the leg, yeah, he took a leg kick.
No, it was in the
And
balls. He got kicked in the
It was in the
balls.
vaults, and he's just fine
And
with it.
then
And the next one, he
the
just
reflexes of a
hit the
puma
gun
was
away.
disarming a man with a gun. Like,
He's
the
headlocking
wisdom
a
of
lady.
a man.
I thought that was so funny.
That's one of my quotes too, but I'm fine if you take it because I think I had 21. So
Jesus.
Marina did say that she had a hard time with quotes because this whole movie is one
That's part of it.
one continuous quote.
Yeah, I said the whole movie's one big quote. I like couldn't
It's
just like
one of the
pick
most
lines.
quotable. I tried to go for some of the lesser known ones in this one that I found in this.
I did too, which is why I had the Loch Ness one that you said you have, and I had the Dojo commercial one, but I still ended up with 21. But he sees this commercial, he's intrigued, writes it down, and Napoleon's out feeding Tina, their llama, just flinging this disgusting looking casserole at her. Like, does she eat like hay like llamas are supposed to?
No, she.
Or does she just
Definitely
trash
not. Yeah.
It's like the family cat or family dog, Tina. So they just feed her human food.
The other thing is she's just chained up to this fence. She doesn't have like a rope. Like she's in a fence field, but she's just roped to this fence.
Yeah.
She's like their family pet. They want her close.
Poor Tina. Marina was like, Tina has to have the worst quality of life. But as he finishes feeding Tina, Kip asks for a pull into town. Napoleon, he's putting on some rollerblades. Napoleon has to pull him on his fucking bike into town on his
That's very
rollerblades.
funny.
That's
Because
so
they're in a
fucking
car.
funny. Couldn't he just bike there?
Or rollerblade there.
He doesn't know how to rollerblade, for sure.
He knows how to be pulled. Yeah, I think so.
Kip is the type of person to know how to be pulled, for sure.
But they pull up to the Rexondo dojo.
To the dojo. Kip volunteers as somebody to go up to the front of the class.
Yeah, he just gets whooped.
He gets smacked 3 times.
A couple times.
I love his best move, the spinning wheel kick on the ground.
Yeah, when he gets backhanded to the back of the head.
It was so slow though, like a good move, but it was at a third speed of what it should be.
I love that every time he gets hit, he's just so pathetic and is like, like you like hear him make a noise every time.
Jeez.
Rex loves it.
Oh yeah, he loves beating up Kip. And gets hit multiple times. And Napoleon the whole time doing this, quite invested in this dojo, like shaking his head, like gotta be a part of the buddy system. Gotta have someone's back.
He was
the whole
really
time,
responsive to the buddy system thing.
But they don't pay the $300 for the program.
Of course not.
Honestly, $300 for 8 weeks, not that bad of a deal.
Yeah, a little bit of a ripoff.
I mean, what if it was only like 1 hour a week?
That's fair. But like if you're going multiple times a week, it would be a decent deal. I mean, Rex Kwon Do probably isn't the best teacher, but still. Probably the best one in Idaho, in Preston, Idaho.
Probably.
I can't just say Idaho because there's like Boise and Coeur d'Alene and shit.
I'm gonna look where Preston, Idaho is.
Oh, good question. I think it's by the southern border, if I remember right. But
generally comparable in size to Mission. I think Mission has around 150 kids at the high school, and they have 180. You were saying? Pretty comparable.
Zoom out. Should keep zooming. Oh yeah, right by the Utah border.
Tiny and rural, and one of those things is you don't know
in the bottom right corner.
You don't know when this movie is set necessarily. It's supposed to be a parody satire of some 80s movies. It came out in 2004. It's somewhere in between those. But that's also the thing about these small town communities is they're sort of time capsules in and of themselves.
That's a good point.
Towns from the 1950s.
I like that. Yeah.
Technology.
It's hard to tell like what year it is because even there's one point where Uncle Rico said his girlfriend left him because she says he's stuck in 82. And I said, what year is it now? 83? Like, there's no way to know.
I think that probably makes it seem like it's supposed to be 2004, but there's nothing that would indicate that in the movie.
The cars, the fucking bowling alley, everything's
The
outdated.
TVs,
The
yeah.
computers.
The computers, yeah.
Did you see how long the phone cord was for the wired?
Yeah,
Yes.
it went to the front yard.
The wired phone that
Yeah, it
was
was
hung
like
on
a
the
30-foot
wall.
long cord.
But so they don't enroll in this program, and they get back home. Napoleon's getting ready for the next day at school, about to get on the bus, and as the bus passes, their neighbor Lyle blasts a fucking cow in the face in front of a bus full of kids.
Yeah, Jared Hess said that was a real thing he saw growing up.
God
on
damn
the
you! I was
bus.
about to say that.
Oh,
You're
fuck
so
you.
fucking on it today. I love it, Lucas.
My mom also said she saw shit like that all the time growing up too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jared has witnessed a cow being shot in the face as his school bus passed by. So that's anecdotal, but blasted. All the kids are screaming. On my next note, because the cut is just kids screaming, and then hard cut to the Happy Hands Club.
Yeah, that's funny. And what kind of fucking club is this?
It's the best fucking club. I love
Where
the
they
Happy
use
Hands
sign
Club.
language to songs?
Yeah.
And of course, it's these 5 like waspy, wispy girls, and then Napoleon, who doesn't even know the routine either.
He's always a half beat behind.
Yeah, and has to watch everybody else. He's emotionally into it.
I did love his lingering drop of the dove or the butterfly, and then as it came back up, I thought that was artistic, but I did point out that
just scoffing.
Dawn thought it was so fucking. I did point out that Trisha is in this group though. One of the cool kids. But
yeah,
the Happy Hands Club, awesome club. And now Napoleon and Pedro sitting on the benches at recess or gym or something. They're best friends.
It's Jim.
Talking about the big dance coming up. And girls to ask. Pedro wants to ask Summer Wheatley, who's the girl of the school,
The
apparently.
it girl.
Yeah. Napoleon lies once again about a girlfriend of his that's out in, I can't remember where he said. Oklahoma. But it's just the headshot picture that
dead left.
Yeah, like a 35-year-old woman. Yeah.
Which this photo was also like very 80s hair rock style, you know?
Yeah, and why
But
would
another
you go
time
to Oklahoma for modeling?
That's a good
Like,
question.
The least
LA
modeling hotbed.
If you're in Preston,
modeling.
if you're in Idaho, the nearest places you're going for modeling are California or Seattle.
Yeah, not rural Oklahoma as well.
I was gonna say Denver, but probably not even Denver.
Yeah.
Seattle or LA or San Diego or San Fran or something. But he's ready to ask out Summer Wheatley, and they're at lunch. Napoleon manhandles all of Pedro's tots, puts them in his fucking pocket, like this little zip up pocket.
Mm-hmm.
Like saving
Classic
them for later.
You love tots.
Oh, I do love tots, but soggy tots that have been in your pants pocket.
A dirty
this probably
pants
ruined
pocket.
So many kids' pants after this.
Yeah.
Because everyone wanted to try this.
Everybody wanted to put tots in their zip up fleece pocket. Well, he puts those in, and Napoleon, while they're in there, sees Deb in the cafeteria, comes up to her to let her know to get. Oh my God, to get the stuff out of his locker.
And the details in this movie are so incredible because, just like all teenage boys would, he's like, "You see that girl over there?" And then Peter goes, "Yeah, she's pretty good looking, I guess." Like that's just all they talk about and how they reference the world. So he's like, "Jeremy, go talk to her."
You dare me? That's probably a quote.
And Pedro was just like, sure. Like,
sure,
he literally did not care.
He didn't care at all. But
he doesn't really care about a lot. Napoleon does.
She pretty good looking, I guess. You dare me to go talk? Sure. Like, so he goes. He tells her to get the stuff out of her locker. She does. She gives him a little keychain, and then like as he runs away from his locker, quick cut again to Graham at the fucking sand dunes on a 4-wheeler ATV with a bunch of like young adults when she goes off this big jump.
Breaks for cockies.
Well, it goes off a big jump and that's it. You cut to this man that is unnamed at the moment, just throwing footballs in the middle of a field filming it. It's like, who the fuck is this man? Like if you hadn't seen this before, if you hadn't seen it before though, you're like, what the hell? But it's Uncle Rico. He gets a call.
What an introduction.
He pulls up to the football guy, Uncle Rico, pulls up down the road to their house, and he's here to babysit them after she ended up in the hospital, broke her coccyx.
Yep, which Napoleon is not happy about. He clearly doesn't like
No.
Rico right away. Kip's fine with it.
I think he's also upset because earlier he got all the tots that were in his pocket fucking smashed from
By
the bully.
Dumb bully oaf character. I love that guy too.
the dumb bully oaf character.
He ruled. He was such an O'Doyle type character.
There's the one scene where like that one like skinny nerdy kid, he was like, "Hey, give me some money for milk or whatnot," and he just grabs him by the back of the head and
That's
is just
so funny.
shaking him up. Marina was like, "That's so mean."
For like 6 seconds, I was dying.
It was
Get that.
it was so long.
The bullying in this is so funnily depicted, which is hard to do, I think, because normally you feel a lot of empathy for the kid being bullied, but when it happens to Napoleon, I just laugh. Like when he gets shoved into the locker.
He gets shoved in the locker so hard.
And then he gets kicked, like he tries to kick him like 6 seconds after he's gone. That's so funny.
I think this is another time capsule thing because like all these movies from like the past always show like bullies like picking on kids in the middle of the halls. I don't think this happens really anymore. You're a teacher.
Yeah,
You're
it does.
a teacher. You see it from time to time?
Oh, sure.
I see it more in a way that's like friends doing it to each other.
Oh no,
Versus...
these middle schoolers, they hate this one fucking kid. They all do. And it's
Wait, why are we laughing? That's terrible.
It's
funny.
kind of funny. They go
It's
after
funny.
him so hard. Every time he says anything, they're just like, "Shut the fuck up." Or like, no,
we
answered
have
the
one of
question.
those. Yeah, we have one of those in our. I think they're in 6th grade. He has just no social awareness at all, and everybody will be like, "Shut up!" and he'll just like keep going.
Yeah, gotta love him.
So annoying.
But yeah, I think
You even say so annoying?
What?
You even say so annoying?
Oh, he's so annoying. I'm like, dude, you gotta learn, or you're gonna get fucking killed in this world.
Yeah, high schoolers won't treat you this way.
No.
Yeah.
I always felt like I would have been bullied in school.
You should be happy
You're
you
pretty
weren't.
socially adept.
Right? I mean, I am, but I was the nerdy, short, overweight kid.
I was bullied enough for both of us, so.
We didn't have bullies at Montessori.
Of course not.
You had Shakespeare. You had Shakespeare hour.
Program.
You had the
read Shakespeare.
You had the Shakespeare sonnet hour.
Well, often weekly.
You had the control your emotions corner.
It was like not really a corner, just a section.
It was just a field you could express your emotions in.
Yeah, we had a field. You're out there.
I love learning about Montessori every time because it's just.
That's where we ran in the mornings. We would run around. We would do a lap around the track every morning. Every kid. It's like half a mile.
Every kid would run half a mile in the morning?
Yeah, we would stretch. We'd run half a mile. We'd come in. We'd do a circle talk. And then the day would get going at about 10 o'clock or something.
School starts at 8.
Yeah, we do our self-maintenance for a while.
Oh my god, that's crazy. I got sent to the closet outside the gym to do math on my own because I was ahead of the other class.
Oh yeah, we all got whatever math books we wanted.
It's so fucking crazy. I love it. I love Montessori so much.
I loved it. It was great.
Well, after this, Uncle Rico pulls up. He's upset about him, and Uncle Rico immediately shows him like the worst video of all time that he made. It's just him throwing footballs.
Even know that, Brandon.
There's no way you could even know that, Napoleon. It is. This video sucks.
It's so bad.
This video sucks.
He's like throwing it sidearmed. He's like, look how cool I look.
Every time he throws it, he's like,
It's kind of cool that he's throwing it at the camera. I like that. It's a good bit of inventiveness.
You couldn't even see the distance that it went. It sucked. He always brags about how big of an arm he has throughout the movie, and if you're watching the the straight-on shot of him from 10 feet away, you cannot witness how far he can throw it.
Yeah, I don't think he could throw a football a quarter mile. according
Nobody
to his
can.
terms. Yeah. Love Uncle Rico regardless.
The
He's
biggest
just
arm.
every 40-year-old from a small town too. There's so many dudes like that.
Wish I could go back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So many Mission fans come out of the crowd and be like, back in my day, this would never have flied. And like, what the fuck are you 70 years old?
Zoran would
talking
cook your
about?
ass.
Yeah. Put you in a blender.
Bob Cousy looking ass.
Yeah. You can't even see.
That
Why are you
reference
talking
is
to us?
for
Yeah.
from me, Lukas, and Seth. But
Exclusively.
after this video, excuse me, Uncle Rico and Kip, they go out to eat together and they're talking about girlfriends. Uncle Rico dumped his girl because she said he was stuck in the past, but Kip has this online girlfriend that he hasn't met yet. He's pretty TO'd in his terms.
Yeah, because she won't send him a full body shot.
She's got sandy blonde hair and blue eyes.
And Rico's like, what the hell is going on here?
But
Fucking
yeah, this
dork.
online girl, and he hasn't met her yet, but he has this business venture for them selling nylon polymers to make a little extra cash along the way. And Kip's in, so they're gonna go on this. Pedro bakes a
Because they
cake.
can't have real jobs.
No, of course not.
They're
I was like
get
extra.
rich quick
I was like
ride.
extra cash. What is the original cash you're making? None of you guys work.
Yeah,
You
ranch.
online chat all day, and you make football videos.
Yeah, I think it's implied that there's kind of on a ranch
I
type
guess.
deal because they have the llama sales.
They get an allowance from grandma still.
Llama milk, yeah, they do.
Yeah, but it's only like $3 a week for those two
Yeah.
nowadays.
Well, Pedro is gonna ask Summer out to the dance, bakes her a cake, left it at her door, whatnot, and Uncle Rico once again talking about how good of a quarterback he was. Fucking smacks Napoleon across the face by picking up Kip's steak, throws it while he's like mid biking.
Mm-hmm.
With Pedro on his back.
Why was Napoleon biking Pedro's bike while Pedro rode the spokes?
Because he's littler. And he's a
Pedro
good
had to
friend.
give the cake and then run to the bike.
Oh, that's right.
It's his getaway
right.
car.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he brains him. Pretty mean from your uncle. Just to throw
really
a steak in your face.
Yeah.
So
Knocks
funny.
his glasses off.
I should have broke his. I can't believe I finished 3 Trulies already.
Wow.
But Kip and Uncle Rico then discuss how they could potentially time travel. He's like, "You're a nerd. You know about cyberspace. Can you time travel?" He's like, "Oh, I've thought about it." And so then you cut to Napoleon playing tetherball when Summer comes to give him a note for Pedro because Pedro's not at school, and he opens it up for Pedro. It's a very mean way to say she's not going to the dance. It shows Pedro with some hearts around the side. It's like, oh, it's good news, but then you open it up and it's a heart crossed out. Pedro in the middle, 3 exclamation points with the hearts as the little dots at the bottom. Like, that's fucking mean.
She's a mean girl.
She is.
I have to go to the bathroom so bad. Hold on, guys.
You leave, we'll continue.
Okay.
Don't take your headphones.
Don't